Hello students, this is Ms. Tritz and I'll be talking about the Problems and Solutions Segment B portion of your Problems and Solution WebQuest. Now, right now you should have your WebQuest out, your worksheet, for Problems and Solutions Segment B. Make sure it's for Segment B. You should put your name on this, and first I'll be talking about some of the key terms on your sheet so that you understand them. Now feel free to pause this video at any time so that you can write down the definitions and then you can continue listening to me. Alright, so first I'll start with deforestation. So deforestation is the clearing of forest lands. So most of you have probably heard of the rainforest being cut down. So this is a deforestation process. Next I want to talk about habitat destruction. So this is land that is altered or polluted, and it destroys the environment in which organisms live. So, for example, deforestation is a type of habitat destruction. So when you remove the trees, it actually exposes the topsoil to more sunlight and water, and then it actually causes that land to erode. Another type of it is chemical pollutions. So you might have heard of acid rain. And you can see what's several pictures in your book that show acid rain in a forest, and it actually shows the trees are dead. So this is where sulfuric acid is coming down from the sky. This causes the plants to die. Next, I want to talk about fresh water. So this is water that we drink. Fresh water is water that has little or no concentrations of dissolved salts. Okay, so it's different from salt water. It has no or little dissolved salts. Next we have exotic or invasive species. So these are organisms that make a home for themselves in a new place outside of their native home. So for example, we have Asian carp, and exotic species can be very harmful to the environment because when they are first introduced here from another area of the world, they have no competitors. So when they thrive, they do very well, and they can actually outcompete other organisms that are native to that area. So they can destroy them by eating them or ruining some other or consuming what they eat. Next, I want to talk about nature preserves. So these are areas set aside for the purpose of conserving certain animals, plants, or both. So these are like reservations. You all know of Schmeekly, so that is a reserve. So people can't do anything to that. We're conserving that land. Next we have Endangered Species Act. So this is a law that forbids activities that would harm species that are on this list. So they're endangered species, so species that are threatened in an environment. So we are not allowed to hunt them, for example. Next, I would like to talk about man-made land. This is land that has been constructed by people rather than formed by natural means. So it wasn't formed by nature. So for example, volcanoes are formed because lava is spewing up out of the earth, and so we have new earth formed, like Hawaii. So that came out of the ocean. Man-made land is when people can actually dump land into the ocean and create their own artificial islands. So that occurs around the world. The last thing I would like to talk about is human population growth. So this happened because we have advances in medicine and farming that has made human population growth possible. So this is called, this is overpopulation. Forget about the L on the end, that's a typo. So in the 1800s, there was about 1 billion people. Currently, there's actually over 7 billion people. So think about it, in 200 years' time, we have over 6 billion more people than we did 200 years ago. And this is due to those advances in medicine and farming. Alright, so that finishes up the key terms segment of your WebQuest. Now I'll talk about the discussion points part of your WebQuest worksheet. So this is just below the key terms. The first one asks, what are two problems and solutions in segment B that you are interested in investigating further? Now, after you select these, you also have to explain why you selected them. Make sure you do this. Now, the second discussion point asks or states, using your understanding of the key terms for this activity. It says, note, you will need to use terms from all 3 videos you watched, so not just this video. So all 3 for problems and solutions. Create a concept map below. Alright, so you need to use these terms and create a concept map. So now we'll begin the scavenger hunt activity for problems and solutions segment B. So here I have the front page of your presentation that you'll be filling out, and you can see that each problem that you chose is worth 20 points. Each highlighted blank throughout this presentation is worth 1 point. Alright, so the next slide that you'll see is the resources for your problems and solutions. So these are the links that you'll go to, or the textbook pages that you'll find information on. Just be careful. This one is very challenging. So we've given specific links to actually go to. Again, this one is also very challenging. So just keep that in mind if you would choose that. Next. Ooh, where'd that go? So, since that doesn't want to cover, so this will be the other slide. So your number 1 problem that you've selected will go here. The following slides will pertain to this problem. Alright, so for part 2, it says, where is this? So where does this problem occur? You will find 2 specific locations on Earth where this problem is happening. So make sure that you are very specific when you do this. Then over on this side it says provide images or links of your problem over here. So make sure you're having those links provided. For your third part it says cause and effect. So over on this side you are going to list 2 causes of your problem. Over here you're going to list 3 effects that your problem has. Alright. Then for part 4, facts and solutions. So over on this side you are going to put 3 interesting facts that you found about your problem. And over here you are going to list 2 possible solutions to your problem and explain why. Make sure that you explain why they are solutions. Then the next slide will be for your next problem that you have selected, and the slides after that will be exactly what I showed you before, so you can repeat this process. I hope that this helps you during your web quest for problems and solutions.